Alright, hi everybody. This is Chris who's coming into the picture, and Taylor and myself, Brina, and we are doing functional family therapy, and this is our role play for that. We are kind of starting in the middle. We have addressed the pre-treatment already, and we have passed through the engagement phase, so we're moving on to the motivational phase right now. So, Chris and Taylor, I know...
15.
Oh, yeah. I suppose I should address who these folks are. This is a 15-year-old boy. His name is Chris, and this is his mother, Taylor, and they are having some conflict in the family, and so they came here on their own, and so they wanted to address some of these issues because moms felt that it's been sort of an issue. And in their engagement phase, we sort of address some of the issues, but we're going to go over it and talk about what their motivation for being here is. So, Chris and Taylor, I know we've talked before about what some of the issues are for, why you guys have been fighting and why you guys have been having some issues. But I really want to hear from you what's your motivation for being here and kind of the motivation for wanting to change.
Okay. Well, my motivation being here is just my frustration with Chris just taking off all the time. He just leaves the house on a whim, and he's gone maybe all night sometimes. I have no idea where he is, and, if he's getting into trouble or what he's doing. And so I'm concerned about him running off like that, and I think we need to fix that problem, so.
Yeah, that's got to be very scary, not knowing where your son's at.
Yeah, it's very stressful, so.
Okay, thank you.
That's just stupid, because the only reason I'm taking off is just because she's being such a bitch. She yells at me, and I just don't want to deal with it. I can't just sit there and listen to somebody yell at me. I'm not going to sit around and deal with it. I'm going to take off. I'm not going to put up with that. And it's not me. She's the one who's doing the yelling. It's what I need to do to cope, to get out of there, is just get away from her.
Okay.
Because otherwise, if I just sit there, she'll just keep yelling at me.
So you feel like your mom's being disrespectful towards you,
yes.
And you don't want to sit there and take it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay. So we addressed their motivations for being here and kind of the underlying issues, and found kind of we'll find a common ground for them. So we would then move on through the relational assessment phase, and as a clinician I will have decided that they are okay to move on to the behavioral change phase.
Okay.
So Chris and Taylor, last time we were in here we were talking about kind of the reasons you wanted to be here. You had said that you find it very scary when Chris runs away when he gets upset, and that that's very hard on you, and you would like it if he didn't run away, and we could address things differently.
Yeah.
And for you, you said that you don't like it when your mom yells at you or is being rude to you, or if you feel like you're being disrespected, and so you feel like the only way to take care of things is to run away,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay. So, what do you think could be... so Chris is saying that he feels like he's being yelled at. Do you feel like that's kind of a problem, or...
Yeah, I know I yell sometimes, but he just gets me really angry, and I know that, I could work on that, try and work on my anger a little bit, but it's just frustrating when he's not listening to me. He just won't do the things I'm asking him to do, and then he just takes off, and that just makes me just so much angrier, and it just kind of gets out of control.
Do you think that maybe if... I know it's hard when kids don't want to listen to their parents because parents work very hard for their kids, and you ask them to do, just a few things, and they don't want to do it, so it can be really hard. But do you think that ultimately he would do what you ask, even after a fight, or...
I don't know. It doesn't seem like that's been happening, but we just get so upset. It's hard to know what would happen if we could get through something without being that angry at each other.
Do you think that if your mom didn't yell or get upset, that maybe you would do some of those chores or different things she asked you to do?
Of course, she's not asking me to do ridiculous things. It's just she asked me at the wrong time. As soon as I get home from school,
Okay.
she starts yelling at me and just telling me, "Oh, go take out the garbage, clean your room." It's like, I just spent the whole day at school. I don't want to sit there and just
Okay.
as soon as I get home, just start working again.
So you want
That's
a little bit of
stupid.
time to relax and
Yes,
decompress. Okay. So, and so you're hearing that this is what I'm hearing, is that he wants a little bit of time for himself and to relax, but I know mom's been working all day too, so you want to be able to sit down and relax too.
Yeah.
But do you think that maybe there's a different way to address that, and that you're upset with him other than yelling, or there's a different way to approach it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't always yell, but a lot of the time, sometimes maybe I could just, I don't know, try and give myself a minute to calm down. If I get home and I'm already upset as soon as I see, whatever chore isn't done, he's playing video games and not helping out like I asked him. Maybe I could just try and take a deep breath and take a minute to myself before I have that conversation with him, so that I'm not just angry right from the start.
Okay, good. So I like that. Take a few minutes just for yourself, and I think that's probably good for you, especially having to work the whole day too.
Yeah.
But so, from what I hear from what your mom is saying, that she'll try to take a few minutes to take a breath if she starts to get upset about chores not being done. But there's always, sometimes we can get so mad that we, forget that we were going to take a breath, and we can start yelling again. So, do you think maybe there's something else you could do other than run away? Because I think that really scares your mom, right?
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I'm running away is just because I have nowhere else to go. I'm sitting there stuck in this house, and I just know no matter where I go, she's gonna find me, and she's gonna keep yelling at me. So I got to take off out of the house. I can't go to my room, because if I go to my room, I know like 3 minutes later she'll be pounding on the door, just bitching at me again to go do something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I need that break. You start yelling at me, I just want to blow up. I want to start punching walls, and I don't want to be there. So, and I need a break. I need to get away. And it's the only place I can go is out of the house, because that's where she won't bug me.
Yeah, and you know what? I just noticed that you guys kind of have a similar way of decompressing when things get kind of tough. You like to take a breather. Sounds like he likes to take a breather too, but in just a little bit of a different way. Do you think that if he felt like he needed that breather, you'd be able to give him that?
Probably, yeah. Might be able to do that.
Okay. So, if your mom respected that you needed that breather, and you could, like you said, you could have time in your room or something like that, do you think that you could do that instead of run away?
Yeah, the only reason I don't go to my room is just because I know that she'll just start pounding on the door right away. And I want, when I'm in my room and the door's closed, I want that to be my time. And that's just it. Or just I want to get away. Any way that can happen.
So maybe there's a way that you guys could signal to each other that this is my time. I need my time. What are some ideas you guys could think of? You can brainstorm with each other.
If my door's closed, I want my privacy. Period. That's just it. I don't usually keep my door closed, and the times that I do are when I'm sleeping or when I just want my time to myself. I don't, other than that, I'm outside of my room most of the time. The only time I go in there is just trying to get a break from the yelling and just bullshit.
So, do you think that when his door's closed, that could signify that he's taking his breather? Or is that enough for you, Taylor? Or
Well, I guess I could work. We could try that and see. I could try and respect that. If his door's shut, maybe give him a little more time to come out and talk with me.
And it might be, it's important to respect your mom too, and, if you're mad, not keep the door shut all day long. It's good to address these things.
And I'm not going to be in my room all day. There's nothing in my room. I'm not going to sit in there all night. I've got to eat, and video games and just computer time and all that stuff. I still want to do all that, so I'm not going to sit there all day. The only reason I just don't want to come out and just be yelled at right away as soon as I get out. I just want to be respected.
Well, does this sound like a good plan for the two of you?
I think we can give it a try.
Okay.
And I'll do it as long as I just don't want to get yelled at. I'll clean my room, I'll take the garbage, I'll do whatever. I just don't want to be disrespected.
Great. Well, this was really great, guys, and I think next time that we come in, we'll work on coming up with a relapse prevention plan so that we can make sure that we can move on with progress from here. And thank you. Okay, so the next step after this would be the generalization phase, and there would be a couple sessions after that, and then we would try to get the clients out the door so that they can work on their problems and issues on their own and as a team rather than having their therapist there with them the whole time. So, thank you.